Hey, East Hollywood, specifically Western and Santa Monica, I'm looking at you. You're getting a 51-bed tiny home village at Sierra Vista. And your council member, Hugo Soto Martinez, is proudly telling you in his newsletter that his office reached out to over 1,000 of you, and that 80% of you said, yes, please, drop it right here next to my home. According to him, you all loved it. So this 51-bed tiny home village will be operated by Hope the Mission. They're a housing first provider, which means no sobriety requirement. Can't be kicked out if you're doing drugs. Here's my bet. If I knocked on 1,000 doors and told you the truth, 51-bed tiny home compound on your block, run on a no sobriety housing first model, I don't think that the response would be, sounds great, bring it on. Our council member also says that the city only has enough interim housing for about 1/3 of the people living on our streets. That's to make you feel obligated to accommodate something like this in your neighborhood. But at the same time, our city controller says 1 out of every 4 city-funded beds can't even be confirmed as in use. So which one is it? Are we out of beds, or are we losing track of the ones we've already paid for? Meanwhile, this part of Hollywood already has high crime, overflowing trash, encampments that never get seem resolved. Ever you drop beds like this in the middle of people's neighborhoods, we've seen what happens. Emergency calls pile up. Neighbors describe these sites as magnets for gangs and drug dealing. That's not a hypothetical. It's what people living next to other interim sites are already dealing with. On top of that, they've carved out 10 beds for transitional age youth. That means 18 to 24-year-olds are being dumped into the middle of this insanity. Now, I am a full-on supporter of TAY housing, transitional age youth housing. But the answer is dedicated, age-appropriate housing for them, not housing them in the middle of a no-sobriety adult facility. If you're furious about this, you're allowed to be. You're allowed to question the survey that Hugo claims was conducted. You're allowed to weigh in on whether this being dropped into your neighborhood is something you really want.